I'm Esther from Eslashes, and in this video we're going to be talking about things you can write off as a lash tech. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, I am not a chartered accountant. Always want to check with a chartered accountant or check and make sure that what you're filing matches your government guidelines. All right, now let's get started. So if you're wondering what is a tax write-off, essentially it's something that reduces your taxable income. So for example, if you made $100,000 applying lash extensions last year and you spent $30,000 in expenses between rent, products, everything like that, now your taxable income is only going to be $70,000, so you only have to pay tax on the $70,000. Here's a few things that you can write off as a lash tech. Number one is education. So don't forget to write off your initial lash training course that you took and any continuing education that you've done since then. Even if it's an online course that's a refresher course, even if it's a small course on styling or mapping, make sure you save the receipts for that. Number two, maybe the most obvious of them all, is lash supplies. So all of your lash extensions, primer, glue, eye pads, mascara wands, all of your lash supplies, make sure you are saving the receipts for those, because even if it's a small purchase, those small purchases do really add up over the year. So for example, if you're buying your lash supplies from a professional company like Eslashes, but you're going on Amazon to buy your mascara wands, don't forget to save that Amazon receipt. Number three, lash equipment. So that would be your massage table, your chair that you sit in as a lash tech. That would include all of your sterilizing equipment. So if you have a little tray for your sterilizing, the soak that goes in there for sterilizing, if you have a UV sterilizer, all of your bedding, if you have sheets, if you have disposable bed covers. Don't forget about your lash cart, your lash lamp. If you have a humidifier, a dehumidifier, or a hygrometer, those are great write-offs as well. Number four is rent. So if you are renting out a salon, you want to make sure that you are writing off rent. This is one of your biggest expenses for the year, so make sure that you are writing off rent. Now, if you are running your studio out of your home, talk to your accountant, because you can usually write off a certain square footage of the amount of rent that you're paying in your home, and you can use part of that. Since that room is used for lashing only, then you can use that square footage as part of a write-off. Number five is paid advertising. So anything that you are doing to advertise your business, you can absolutely write that off. So if you are doing Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, radio ads, anything like that, any advertising that you are doing, make sure you save the receipts for that. Next up is insurance. So often you're paying for the insurance for the entire year, so it makes it really easy to keep track of. That's another big expense that you can add to your write-offs. Number seven is your website and your online fees. You're likely paying to host it, to keep your domain going. You might even be paying to add in a booking system. You might have paid for your Square reader. Think of all those little things that you've paid for online, and all of those things are great write-offs because you're using them all for your business. Number eight is licensing fees. So if you're in a state that requires you to be licensed, you likely have to pay a licensing fee every year. Number nine is Renos or Improvements. So if you do any renovations to your space or any improvements to your space, those are typically pretty expensive. Make sure you are keeping all of the receipts for that and keeping track of that. Now, you want to be careful with this if you're doing this at home. For example, you can't write off redoing your whole basement flooring just because you have one room, your lash room. So you might be able to write off the flooring for your lash room, but not for the entire basement. So just like with all of your expenses, they have to be legitimately, specifically for your business. They can't be for personal use. Next up is decor, one of the most fun things to shop for. So anything that you're using to decorate your lash space or your lash studio, you can save the receipts for your tax write-off. Number 11 is miscellaneous. So again, you want to be a little careful with miscellaneous. Buying a new outfit for the weekend, your Starbucks run, those don't really count as tax write-offs for your business. But there are so many things that do. If, for example, you provide your clients with coffee or you provide them with tea or water, that is a write-off. If you have paper towel in your office, Kleenex, you have pens, paper, printer supplies, all of your office supplies, your disinfecting spray, all of that stuff falls into the miscellaneous category. And you'll be surprised at the end of the year how much actually shows up in that miscellaneous category. So it might be $5 here, $5 there, doesn't matter. save those receipts and make sure, because it really does add up over the course of the year and it reduces that taxable income. Now, the biggest thing that I would recommend is to stay organized throughout the year. So what you can do is actually scan your receipts using your phone, save them in a folder, save them in your Dropbox, wherever it is that you keep all of your files, and organize them by month, and you can organize them by category. Now, it might take a little bit of time at first to get this set up and a little bit of time, each time that you purchase something. But when it comes time for tax season, you are going to be so happy that you did this. Staying on top of it throughout the year makes all the difference. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video on items you can write off as a lash tech. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like this one, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.